risk management moving up in the value chain. It has moved from compliance and prevention, because compliance, avoiding personal liability, failure, complying with the corporate governance standard, managing other organizational crisis, avoiding own organization crisis, because you need to learn lessons out of it. So proactive compliance is what we are talking about. It's moving from the conventional one. Prevention is better than cure. That is also happening. Operating performance wise, protecting corporate reputation, achieving global best practices, understanding and evaluating the business strategy risk, understanding the full range of risk facing business today. Ultimately, it's a greater sophistication. Compliance to operating performance to shareholders' value enhancement. Again, stakeholders is the right word. Improving the returns through value-based management. That's compliance. Enhancing right capital allocation. Now you have financial institutions have got Basel III, ICAP, domestically systemic important institutions, and you have risk weightage given for the capacity of the institution and how the financial institution is setting standard in terms of mobilizing deposits and how they spend this money in addition to shareholders' money, how they spend this money for lending or investments to optimize the risk. And risk-weighted capital allocation is scientific. So that's the kind of sophistication we are talking about. So risk management in today's context is the function of ultimate significance. With the changing face of the world, post-COVID, it's going to have extraordinary significance in terms of market risk, in terms of sales risk, in terms of physical risk. Physical locations are going to move from one location to another one. Operation risk completely getting redefined. Onshore, offshore, upskilling. Financial risk is a new ball game. Credit risk is changing. The asset class valuation, even collaterals are changing. Market risk becomes more complicated because you have interest rate, liquidity. So all these are going to be an enabler. The liquidity risk is total. If you look at the disruption in the business, so the accountants have got a big role to play. Sales risk is a real risk because the revenue terms have changed of the business model. Strategic risk today is ultimate. So unless you integrate these informations, measuring it, managing it as a finance professionals, you cannot optimize and enhance the stakeholders' sophistication.